Hey guys, here's a quick video I thought I'd make, just showing you how to make your own custom alphas inside ZBrush itself. I came across this technique a while back, and I think it's a really good way of making stuff like folds, even bits of seaming or anything like that. Anything you feel you could make from this, you know, you could make. So it's really easy to do as well. First of all, I just need to make a plane, a thick plane or something. So I'm going to grab, so I've just opened up ZBrush, I've been given this menu, I'm just going to open up this thick plane here. There we go. So now I've got this thick plane. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to make some marks. Well, first I'm going to up the resolution, because at the minute it's very low resolution. So I'm just going to subdivide this a few times so we've got a nice smooth surface, and then let's do something. Let's just do something. So I get that standard, and I'm going to find my stylus. There we go. So when you've done that, obviously you take a little bit more time than I've taken here to really kind of get what you want to actually achieve. But say I'm looking for some sort of wrinkle for cloth, or something I can put down the seam of a piece of fabric so it looks a little bit more gathered, a little less perfect. So once I've done this, I've just changed the render as well from preview to fast, so you can see it a little bit better. Oops. There we go. So when I've done that, I'm going to turn off perspective, so I'm just looking at it straight like that. I'm going to go over here to Tool, and then I'm going to grab RGBZ grabber, and with that I'm going to pull this out and then just cover over my little surface I've made there, like that. So when I've done that, I'm then given this on the side, which is my alpha, which then I can save out and export and all sorts of things. So now I've just opened up a new project just to show you what it does. So on this sphere, if I go back to my, so I've just chosen my standard clay builder brush. If I go over here, we've got our depth grab 01, which is what we just made. So then that now becomes my alpha, which is cool. So it's an interesting looking brush, but it's not quite working how I want it to work, because at the minute it's just gathering on top of each other and creating like a bit of a mess, which will be good for noise, or creating like a lot of surface detail. But for what I want to use it for, I'm actually going to change how the stroke actually works. So at the minute we've just got this gathering there, so it's acting like this, and I actually want to change a little parameter so it's almost like a rolling stencil. So if I go up here to stroke and then down to modifiers, we've got this roll here. If I turn that on and then I draw out again, see it works a little bit different. So I'll turn it off, I'll turn it on. So on the left side is going to be a normal, it's just going to be a normal stroke, and on the right side is going to be a stroke with a roll. So that's a normal stroke just going down. I'll actually just beef up the intensity about that. So that's a normal stroke going down with my alpha turned on. But then if I go to stroke, modifiers, and then roll, it starts acting a little bit differently. And then I can actually affect how much that actually rolls. So roll dist, I'm going to turn that up to about 2.5. And maybe even more. So what we're doing here is we're affecting how the roll actually works. I'm going to set that to 3, a nice even number, and I'm going to bring my intensity down a lot. There we go. So what it's actually doing is running around the alpha and then repeating it again, like that. So this is a really good way of creating seam lines in costumes or something like that. So I'll bring up our little demo soldier here. There we go. Let's get his pants. Okay. So we want to add some definition to his pants here, or to his torso section. So first off, let's give him a seam line. So that's where his pants will be. But then I want this to be a little bit more realistic. So at certain parts it'll be gathering, at other parts it won't be. I'm going to turn the standard on because maybe the clay buildup was a little bit too intense. Grab that alpha I made and then turn on roll. Change my distance to 2. Maybe even bring it a little bit higher. Bring my intensity down. Yeah. So you see what's going on there. So even just doing a little bit of a quick demo, you can see that we were able to just create something that can start to give a bit more of a realistic view. So you don't have to go in there and start sculpting every little tiny thing. You can create these alphas quite quickly, take your time with it, and then you can create some really nice looking things. So obviously I've just rushed that one, but if you really kind of studied fold, you can mimic how a fold looks, sculpt it in. You can also use softwares like Marvelous Designer to create little surfaces, or you can use Maya and Encloth to create something, then just do the exact same thing. Just bring that high poly information into ZBrush. You use our mRGBZ grabber, and then create some geometry, and then you can make lots and lots of different alphas, save them, keep them for future reference, and then you'll keep building up that little arsenal of tools. So that's a quick one. I will do more quick ZBrush videos at some point as well. So yeah, have fun with it.